In today's world, your mind is under constant attack. Every second, you're being fed messages, some that lift you up, but most that hold you back. The music you listen to, the news you consume, the conversations you engage in, the social media posts you scroll through, all of it is shaping the way you think. And here's the truth. If you don't take control of what goes into your mind, the world will do it for you. Most people don't even realize they're being programmed. They wake up, check their phones, read some negative news, see a few social media posts that make them feel insecure, listen to complaints from coworkers, watch TV filled with drama, and then wonder why they feel stuck. It's because their mind is being fed garbage. And garbage in equals garbage out. If you want to achieve massive success in 2025, the first thing you must do is control your input. You have to become extremely selective about what enters your mind, because what you feed your brain determines what it produces. Think about this. If you ate junk food every single day, you wouldn't expect to be in peak physical condition. The same principle applies to your mind. If you're constantly consuming negativity, distractions, and meaningless entertainment, your mindset will become weak. You'll struggle with self-doubt, procrastination, and a lack of motivation. But if you start feeding your mind with powerful, success-driven content, you'll start thinking like a winner. Your actions will change. Your habits will improve. Your confidence will grow. Success starts with what you allow into your mind. So how do you take control? First, eliminate the toxic input. Start by cutting down on negative news. Most of the media thrives on fear, division, and problems. If you constantly consume it, you'll start to believe the world is against you, that opportunities are scarce, and that success is nearly impossible. Instead of spending time on negative news, invest that time into reading books that challenge your thinking, that help you grow, that push you to take action. Replace mindless scrolling with listening to motivational podcasts or educational content that fuels your goals. Second, be mindful of the people around you. The people you talk to daily have a direct impact on your mindset. If you're surrounded by complainers, doubters, and negative thinkers, their energy will rub off on you. They will plant seeds of doubt in your mind, making you question your abilities and your dreams. But when you surround yourself with winners, with people who push you to grow, who inspire you, who challenge you to be better, your mindset will shift. You'll start seeing possibilities instead of obstacles. You'll begin to believe in yourself at a deeper level. Control the conversations you have with yourself. Your internal dialogue is the most important conversation you'll ever have. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes, or I'll never succeed, then you're programming your mind for failure. But if you start telling yourself, I am unstoppable, I attract success, and I can handle anything, you train yourself to think like a champion. And when you think like a champion, you act like one. Taking control of your input isn't just about avoiding negativity. It's about actively seeking out the right influences. Read books by people who have achieved what you want. Listen to speeches that fire you up. Watch interviews with successful individuals who share their strategies and mindsets. Turn your car into a mobile university. Fill your mornings with powerful affirmations. Surround yourself with an environment that forces you to level up. The truth is, success isn't a matter of luck. It's a matter of preparation. And that preparation starts with your mind. If you want to change your life in 2025, you must first change what you allow into your mind. Because the way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get. If you control your input, you control your future. Your beliefs shape your reality. They determine what you attempt, how you respond to challenges, and ultimately what you achieve. The problem is most people don't even realize they've been programmed with limiting beliefs. From childhood, society, parents, teachers, and media have conditioned us to think a certain way. Some of these beliefs are empowering, but many are barriers that hold us back from reaching our full potential. If you want success in 2025, you have to rewire your mind. You must replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones, because your mind is like software. If it's running on outdated or faulty programming, it won't perform at its highest level. The first step to rewiring your beliefs is identifying the ones that limit you. Think about the thoughts that run through your mind when you consider going after a big goal. Do you immediately doubt yourself? Do you find reasons why it won't work? Have you ever said things like, "I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough experience, I'm too old, or I'm too young"? These are not facts. They are simply beliefs that you have accepted as truth. But here's the thing, beliefs are not permanent. They can be changed. And when you change them, your entire life changes. One of the most effective ways to rewire your beliefs is through repetition. The human brain learns through repeated exposure. This is why negative self-talk is so dangerous. If you tell yourself you're not capable over and over again, your brain accepts it as fact. But if you start telling yourself every day, "I am powerful, I am focused, I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to," your brain begins to accept those statements as true. This isn't just motivational talk, it's science. Neuroscientists have proven that the brain can form new neural pathways through repetition. The more you reinforce a belief, the stronger it becomes. Another powerful tool for rewiring your beliefs is visualization. The mind cannot distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. This is why elite athletes visualize their performances before stepping onto the field. They see themselves winning, making the perfect play, standing on the podium with the gold medal. You can use the same technique in your life. Every day, take 5 minutes to close your eyes and see yourself achieving your goals. Imagine the details, the sights, the sounds, the emotions. When you do this consistently, your brain starts to believe that success is not only possible, but inevitable. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is also key to changing your beliefs. The people around you shape your mindset more than you realize. If you spend time with negative, doubtful, or lazy people, their mindset will influence yours. But if you surround yourself with driven, successful, and positive individuals, their beliefs will start to rub off on you. They will challenge you to think bigger, push harder, and refuse to settle for mediocrity. This is why mentorship is so powerful. Being around people who have already achieved what you want makes it easier for you to believe that you can do it too. Taking action is another critical component of rewiring your beliefs. You don't need to feel confident to start, you just need to start. Confidence grows through action. If you're afraid of public speaking, the best way to overcome it is to start speaking. If you doubt your ability to succeed in business, start taking small steps toward building one. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Over time, these small wins build into unshakable confidence. Rewiring your beliefs is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process. You have spent years absorbing limiting beliefs from the world around you. So it takes time and effort to replace them with empowering ones. But once you commit to the process, repeating positive affirmations, visualizing success, surrounding yourself with the right people, and taking consistent action, you will start to see a transformation. You will think differently, act differently, and most importantly, achieve different results. Success starts in the mind. If you believe you are unstoppable, you will act like it. If you believe you are worthy of success, you will pursue it relentlessly. In 2025, make the commitment to rewire your mind. Replace doubt with confidence, fear with faith, and hesitation with action. Because once your mind is fully aligned with success, nothing can stop you. Taking action is the bridge between dreams and reality. You can have the best mindset, the most inspiring vision, and the most detailed plans, but without action, nothing changes. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment, waiting until they feel ready, waiting until they have more experience or confidence. But here's the truth: the perfect moment never comes. Confidence doesn't appear out of nowhere. Clarity comes from movement. Success is not about what you know or what you plan, it's about what you do. The first step in taking relentless action is eliminating hesitation. Every time you hesitate, you give fear a chance to take over. You start overthinking, questioning yourself, and talking yourself out of opportunities. This is why successful people have a bias for action. They don't wait for motivation, they create it through movement. Instead of thinking, should I do this, they think, how can I do this? Instead of focusing on what might go wrong, they focus on what they will learn. If you wait until you feel ready, you will wait forever. The only way to build confidence and skill is by taking action before you feel ready. Another key to relentless action is setting clear, ambitious goals. Vague goals produce vague results. If your goal is simply to be successful, that's not specific enough to drive action. Instead, set clear, measurable targets. How much money do you want to earn? What skills do you want to develop? What specific milestone do you want to hit in the next 90 days? The clearer your goal, the easier it is to take action. Break big goals into smaller steps so that every day you know exactly what needs to be done. Once you have clear goals, the next step is developing a sense of urgency. Too many people operate on someday timelines. They say, I'll start next month, or I'll take action when I have more time. But urgency is the difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck. Treat your goals like they are life or death. Think about what would happen if you had to make it work, if your life depended on it. That level of urgency forces you to move, to push through obstacles, to stop making excuses. Stop treating your goals like an option and start treating them like a necessity. Taking relentless action also means embracing failure as part of the process. Many people don't take action because they're afraid of making mistakes. They fear embarrassment, rejection, or failure. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than they can count. The difference is they didn't stop. They learned, they adjusted, and they kept going. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. Instead of avoiding failure, start seeing it as feedback. Every mistake teaches you something. Every setback prepares you for a bigger comeback. Another major factor in taking relentless action is eliminating distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, entertainment, pointless arguments, and endless scrolling. If you are serious about success in 2025, you must protect your focus like your life depends on it. Cut out the distractions that do not serve your purpose. Set boundaries with your time. Schedule your day with intention. If you waste time on things that don't bring you closer to your goals, you are robbing yourself of success. Develop the habit of consistency. Taking action once in a while is not enough. Success doesn't come from one big move. It comes from showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what separates winners from everyone else. Motivation is great, but it's temporary. Discipline is what makes you unstoppable. When you commit to daily action, progress becomes inevitable. At the end of the day, success is not reserved for the smartest, the luckiest, or the most talented. It belongs to those who move, those who refuse to wait, those who take relentless, consistent, fearless action. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You just need to decide that today, not tomorrow, not next week, is the time to move. Because once you start, momentum takes over. And once momentum kicks in, there's nothing that can stop you. Eliminating excuses and distractions is one of the most crucial steps toward achieving success in 2025. For most people, excuses are the silent killers of progress. They start small, often disguised as rationalizations for why things can't be done right now. They may sound harmless at first. I don't have enough time. I'm not good enough. The economy isn't great, or I'll start tomorrow. However, over time, these excuses become ingrained habits that stifle growth and create a barrier between you and the success you're capable of achieving. The truth is, excuses are nothing more than a way to delay action and shield yourself from discomfort. The first step in eliminating excuses is recognizing them for what they are: fear in disguise. Every excuse you make is rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough, or fear of uncertainty. When you say, I don't have time, what you're really saying is, I'm afraid that if I try, I won't be able to do it perfectly. Or when you say, I don't know enough, you're really saying, I'm afraid of looking foolish if I don't have all the answers. These excuses keep you stuck in a cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. And the longer you listen to them, the more powerful they become. The antidote to fear and excuses is action. Instead of waiting for the right time or the perfect circumstances, take action right now, even if it's small. Break through the fear and do the thing that makes you uncomfortable. By doing so, you prove to yourself that your excuses are not valid and that you are capable of handling challenges. The more you act, the less power your excuses will have. The key is to train yourself to push through discomfort, the only way to build resilience and confidence. At the same time, distractions are equally dangerous to your success. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from social media to endless notifications to the pressure to keep up with everyone else. While distractions can feel rewarding in a moment, offering a quick escape from work, they ultimately take away from your focus and productivity. Each time you check your phone, scroll through your feeds, or get caught in a rabbit hole of YouTube videos, you're losing precious time and energy that could be spent working on your goals. Eliminating distractions begins with setting clear boundaries with your time. Start by identifying the things that consistently pull you away from your tasks, whether it's social media, watching TV, or chatting with friends. Once you know what those distractions are, take conscious steps to limit them. One way to do this is by setting specific time blocks during the day when you focus entirely on your work. Turn off your phone notifications, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and eliminate anything that doesn't align with your goals. This level of focus is what separates those who make real progress from those who get lost in the noise. Another critical step in eliminating distractions is creating a focused environment. Your physical surroundings have a direct impact on your mental state. If you're trying to work in a cluttered or chaotic environment, it can be challenging to stay on track. Instead, set up a workspace that promotes focus and productivity. Keep your desk clean and organized. Create a space that inspires creativity and eliminate anything that might tempt you to procrastinate. Number 4, whether it's your office, your home, or even a cafe, your environment should be a place where you can fully immerse yourself in your work. While technology can be a powerful tool, it can also be a major source of distraction. Social media, constant messaging, and the constant bombardment of news can easily pull you out of your flow. To combat this, consider using apps or techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25-minute intervals followed by a short break. This keeps your focus sharp and minimizes the temptation to check your phone. Setting up digital boundaries by using apps that block social media or limit internet access during work hours can also help maintain focus and prevent mindless scrolling. One of the most effective ways to eliminate distractions and excuses is to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. The people you spend time with have a powerful influence on your mindset and productivity. If you're constantly surrounded by people who make excuses, who complain about their circumstances, or who encourage distractions, it will be harder for you to stay focused. But if you build a network of people who push you to grow, who hold you accountable, and who value focus and action, you will be much more likely to stay on track. It's important to develop the habit of relentless consistency. It's easy to make excuses when things get tough or when distractions feel more comfortable. But success requires showing up day in and day out, no matter how you feel. It's the small, consistent actions that add up over time and create lasting results. When you eliminate excuses and distractions, you make room for real progress. And when you make progress, momentum builds, and success becomes inevitable. By eliminating excuses and distractions, you free yourself to take massive action and focus on what truly matters. It's in those moments of pushing through challenges and staying disciplined that you unlock your true potential. Success doesn't come from waiting for the right conditions or perfect timing. It comes from refusing to let excuses and distractions control you. When you commit to eliminating both, you give yourself the opportunity to achieve greatness. Consistency is the foundation of success. It is not the occasional big effort or sudden burst of motivation that leads to lasting achievement, but rather the small, consistent actions taken day after day. When you commit to showing up every single day, regardless of how you feel or the obstacles in your way, you are laying the groundwork for long-term success. This commitment to consistency is one of the most powerful habits you can develop in your pursuit of greatness. The problem many people face is the initial burst of enthusiasm that eventually fades. They start a new project, a new goal, or a new habit with a lot of energy and motivation. They might hit it hard for a few days, but as time goes on, their enthusiasm wanes, and eventually they stop altogether. This cycle of motivation, followed by burnout, is a common pattern. What most people don't realize is that motivation alone is not enough to sustain progress. Discipline and consistency are the true keys to moving forward. Consistency means showing up even when you don't feel like it. There will be days when you don't want to work, when you're tired, when you're discouraged, or when distractions seem more appealing. But if you commit to showing up, even for small actions, you make progress. Even if it's just one step forward each day, that's better than taking no steps at all. Over time, these small steps accumulate and build momentum. And momentum is what drives you toward your goals. The power of consistency also lies in its ability to compound over time. Many people underestimate the impact of small daily actions because they don't see immediate results. But the truth is, success is often the result of thousands of small decisions and actions that are taken consistently, even when results are not immediately visible. For example, think about exercise. If you exercise for 30 minutes a day, you may not notice dramatic changes immediately, but over weeks and months, the results compound. Your strength improves, your energy levels rise, and your body begins to transform. Similarly, with any goal you pursue, whether it's writing a book, building a business, or mastering a skill, consistent action is what ultimately leads to progress. One of the key benefits of consistency is that it removes the need for motivation. People often wait for motivation to strike before they take action, but motivation is unreliable. Some days you will feel inspired and some days you won't. The truth is, motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, whereas consistency is a decision you make regardless of how you feel. By committing to consistent action, you don't have to wait for motivation to appear. You've already made the decision to show up, and that's what matters most. Consistency also builds discipline, which is an essential trait for success. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when it's not easy or fun. It's about having the mental toughness to stick to your plan even when the initial excitement wears off. The more consistently you take action, the stronger your discipline becomes. You begin to form habits that are aligned with your goals. And those habits, over time, become second nature. For example, if you consistently wake up early to work on your goals, it will eventually become a habit that doesn't require much effort or willpower. It becomes part of who you are. The challenge, of course, is staying consistent when life gets in the way. Unexpected obstacles, distractions, and setbacks are inevitable. But successful people understand that consistency is not about perfection, it's about persistence. If you miss a day or fall off track, don't allow that to derail your progress. Simply get back on track the next day and keep moving forward. The key is not to let one setback or one bad day become an excuse to quit entirely. Consistency means sticking with it even when things don't go perfectly. One way to make consistency easier is by breaking down your goals into small, manageable tasks. When your goals feel overwhelming, it's easy to become discouraged and lose consistency. But when you break them down into smaller, more achievable steps, they become less intimidating. You can focus on completing one task at a time, and that creates a sense of accomplishment that keeps you motivated to continue. For example, if your goal is to write a book, commit to writing 500 words a day. That's a small, manageable goal, but over time, those 500 words add up. After a few months, you'll have a finished manuscript. The key is focusing on consistency, not perfection. In 2025, consistency is your superpower. It's what will separate you from those who give up after the initial excitement wears off. It's what will keep you moving forward even when the road gets tough. The power of small, consistent actions is undeniable. The more you show up every day, the more progress you make. And over time, your results will begin to reflect your commitment to consistency. When you make consistency a non-negotiable part of your journey, success will no longer be a matter of if, it will be a matter of when. So, in 2025, commit to being consistent. Show up every day no matter what, even on the tough days, even when you don't feel like it. Every small action you take will bring you one step closer to your goals. And as the days turn into weeks, the weeks into months, you'll see just how powerful consistency truly is. Success isn't a one-time event. It's the sum of the small, consistent efforts you make each and every day. Stay committed, stay consistent, and success will follow. In 2025, developing an unwavering commitment to your goals is the ultimate key to success. Many people start their journeys with great enthusiasm and high hopes, only to falter when faced with obstacles, challenges, or delays. They may begin to question themselves or get distracted by the difficulties along the way. Success does not come from making occasional attempts or giving up when things get tough. It comes from making a firm decision to stay the course, no matter the hurdles that arise. The first step in cultivating a strong commitment to your goals is clarity of purpose. When you are clear about why you want to achieve something, it becomes much easier to stay committed. Your why should be more than just a vague desire or a wish. It needs to be deeply personal and emotionally resonant. For example, if you want to start a business, don't just focus on the financial rewards. Dig deeper. Do you want to create something that helps others? Do you want to leave a legacy? Having a strong personal why makes it easier to push through tough times because it gives your efforts meaning beyond just achieving a specific milestone. It becomes a driving force that pulls you forward, even when the path seems unclear. Commitment also means having a long-term vision. Many people struggle because they focus too much on short-term gratification or immediate results. They want to see their hard work pay off quickly, and when it doesn't, they lose interest. But success takes time. It requires patience, persistence, and most importantly, a commitment to the long game. When you focus on long-term results, the small daily efforts feel less burdensome. You understand that the consistent, incremental steps you take today will pay off down the road, even if you don't see the immediate benefits. This mindset is critical in keeping you motivated over time. Another critical aspect of commitment is resilience in the face of failure. Too often, people give up when they encounter failure, seeing it as a sign that they are not capable or that their goals are not achievable. This mindset is a trap. Failure is not the end, it is simply part of the process. Every successful person has failed at some point. In fact, many of them failed more times than they succeeded. The key is to view failure as feedback, not as a reason to quit. When you face setbacks, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I adjust my approach to make sure I don't make the same mistake again? This resilience is an essential component of commitment because it allows you to keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned. Commitment also requires discipline and consistency, which we discussed earlier, but it's important to recognize that true commitment means being able to stay on track even when the initial excitement wears off. In the beginning, starting something new is exciting. The energy and motivation are high, but that initial surge eventually fades. It's during these times when your commitment is truly tested. The challenge is not staying motivated when things are easy. It's staying focused when the novelty has worn off, when you're tired, or when things don't seem to be moving forward as fast as you expected. The key is to keep your eyes on the bigger picture and remind yourself why you started. The small actions you take every day build momentum, even if you can't see immediate results. Developing a growth mindset is critical to staying committed. A growth mindset means understanding that your abilities are not fixed and that you can improve over time with effort and perseverance. When you have a growth mindset, you are more likely to stay committed because you view challenges as opportunities to learn rather than as threats to your self-worth. When you encounter setbacks, instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you think, what do I need to learn to improve? This mindset makes it easier to stay focused on your goals because you understand that progress is the result of continuous improvement. Commitment also means embracing discipline. While motivation can spark action, it is discipline that keeps you going when motivation fades. This is where most people fail. They rely on bursts of motivation to propel them forward, but without discipline, motivation alone isn't sustainable. Discipline is about forming habits that support your goals even when you're not feeling inspired. It's about waking up early to work on your business, writing every day even when you're not in the mood, or continuing to put in the effort even when you don't see immediate results. Discipline is the muscle you build that ensures you stay committed regardless of how you feel. Another important factor in maintaining commitment is accountability. Having someone who holds you accountable can help you stay committed, especially when things get tough. Whether it's a mentor, a coach, a friend, or even a group of like-minded individuals, accountability provides an extra layer of motivation and support. Knowing that someone else is expecting progress from you can push you to stay committed and follow through on your actions. Additionally, when you have accountability, you're more likely to stay disciplined and consistent because there's a sense of responsibility to not let others down. The power of commitment lies in the refusal to quit. Every challenge, every failure, and every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. When you commit to your goals, you make the decision to persevere through it all. You don't let temporary discomfort or difficulty dictate your success. Instead, you push forward, adapt, and keep striving toward the vision you've created. In 2025, success won't be about the most talented or the most gifted person. It will be about the person who is committed to seeing their dreams through no matter what challenges arise. With unwavering commitment, you can achieve anything you set your mind to.